Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. We are the OJs. If you're new subscribers, thank you so much for stopping by. Please subscribe to this channel. Turn on the bell icon to get notified whenever I drop a new video. And if I returning subscriber, you are the real MVP. Thank you so much for stopping by again. We really love you.
Right, guys, thank you so much for stopping by for the love.
Yeah.
Um, last this week was Salah, was Leah.
Yeah, it was a layer.
Oh my God,
It was like a festival.
you
If you
know,
know, you know.
honestly,
Period. If you know, you know.
guys, we ate meat. If I would say,
Mm.
having a freezer,
Yes, so
right? It was a festival in a compound, and our Lord killed
it was
lots and loads of
it was quite
ram,
noisy.
cows. In fact, they even gave us the tenant a whole ram, like six of us,
Mm,
six flats to share. It was so.
yeah,
If you need ram,
that's
please send us a DM.
how many meat did you make? Like you are finished eating the meat. That say if you need, you want to which one do you have to give out again?
Oh my
Please
goodness!
let's dive into
All
the
right,
business of
all
today.
right. Okay, so today in today's video, we want to talk about finance in marriage.
Mm-hmm. Very
You
important
know,
topic.
managing money,
Mm,
making funds available. I mean, because we will all agree that there's always the ups and down time,
yeah.
right? A time where business will be. I mean, sometimes even salaries are delayed. So for
Mm-hmm.
salary earners, salaries are delayed. The company maybe they have
Mm-hmm.
financial constraints, then they're not able to pay as
Yeah,
at when
time.
due, right? And for business owner like me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, sometimes clients might just not respond. You might have even done the work, now invoicing and like chasing your money, right? Or sometimes there's no just business, So how do you navigate
All
that,
of those
right?
things.
For us, first of all, let me thank this woman. She has been
Ogini.
she has been amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if you all know, as you all know, like I'm a digital marketer. I have an agency, in fact, two agencies that I run. I'm currently also working on two products to launch. So, I mean, we have clients who are not small clients, right? But then sometimes they won't just show up, like they delay payment. Sometimes they don't even give you green light. So,
Yeah.
money will not come. And there's something I learned in not even marriage class, I think long before now, that they said, sometimes you test your wife and husband, you test some people who just deliberately test their husband and wife. Ah, my husband cannot fall.
Cannot
My
fall.
wife cannot fall.
Hmm. Is your wife not a woman being? I mean, your husband is not a woman being.
you know,
Hmm. Keep
then
testing.
I saw a video that the woman of God mentioned that she said, no, anybody can fall, that it is better. And when they fall, or when the person falls, you will reap, both of you will reap
Mm-hmm.
the output, right? So it is better not even put
Them in that
in that
position.
position, right? So same in marriage. Before you go into any marriage, I know you have seen the videos, right? All videos
Yeah.
everywhere, and then I say, make sure you have this certain amount of money in your account. Blah, blah,
In
blah.
fact, there was one I even saw say, one of these bloggers, I can't really, is it Joro or so? Now he posted that before a woman gets married, that she must have at least 5 million naira.
Woman,
And I say,
not bad
Abi,
man.
a woman that she should have at least 5 million. And I say, to me, that I'm already married. Abi, I should get unmarried because I don't want to buy.
I mean, so think about that though. For
Let me go and
women,
get unmarried.
what about
Hmm.
men? So how much should a man have? Because I mean, he will
Mm-hmm.
probably, it should be the
Yeah.
major provider,
Yes, of
right?
course. So
Where how much should he have in his account?
So the truth is, of course, as the main provider in the family, God has already placed the man as the head of the family, right?
Hmm.
And God is not wicked. He would, if you're a hardworking man, there'll be a means of survival for you as long as you're willing to work. So there should be something that you already have doing before you even say you want to get married. There should be something, because if it's not child's play, bills will come. If you want to start having children, that is a different ball game. I mean, if it's just you and your husband, you know, that, okay, we can just be managing and all that. But even the managing self, Sha, you need to have something that you're doing, because even the thing that you are doing, self, it's not every
100%.
time that the money will be coming from that thing.
Yeah.
So just have it at the back of your mind that it is like a 50-50 situation.
Before we get to 50-50, babe, there's something I want to nail on the head.
Okay.
So, I mean, my wife said that the fact that you need to have something to do, right? I
Uh-huh.
mean, if you don't have anything, what will God bless? God is not a magician,
Yeah.
right? It will work with
So,
what you have. So you need to have something. I like that point that she made, that my wife made. Now, having work is something else, right? It's
uh-huh.
something, right? But then having a partner that understands. Now, I mean, I understand the concept of my money is our money.
Yes, but my money is my money.
It's
We
which
women, we say that a lot. This kind, my husband's money is our money, but my
yeah.
money is my money. Okay.
But babe, in all honesty, it's actually true.
No, it's true now.
See,
It's true. It's
I believe that the woman's money should be her money, right? The reason for that is in statistics as it that women are more money manager than men.
good managers.
Yeah, good manager, more I mean than men.
And that's true. That's true
No, that's based
because
on statistics.
yeah,
Like
100%.
yeah,
I
that
think
the women manages more
money.
money better than men, right? Men can take risk. We see one
The
thing that
new
we think,
my husband, I want to build a new app. All the money, put it inside there.
so we take risk. But women, they are constantly thinking of,
Then what's going? What we're going to
oh,
eat tomorrow?
no, I mean,
What's up tomorrow? Which how can we get more
you
money? Like
get try to use what we
try to
have to keep
plan.
what to. But then men also, it's not like we don't also think about what we're going to eat tomorrow. I mean, because the risk that we're taking is not just for the food, it's for further future. Like women think more of the immediate, right? Like, okay, the immediate tomorrow, immediate next tomorrow, immediate 2 months,
Two
next two
weeks.
months, 2 weeks. But men are like futuristic. They're thinking of 5 years,
Uh,
20, 10 years. So that's inform the risk that we take most times. But then, so if you have a wife and she understands and she hands well, even if she
even if
doesn't
she does
earn
not end
well,
well, exactly.
any
But
little that
she's
comes into
good
her
in
hand, she
managing.
manages is
Even if
keeping.
she does not even earn at all, the little you even give to her.
That's what I'm saying. The little that comes into
So
her hands,
yeah, she'll
she's
be
trying
able
to
to
see.
manage it.
We've gone through some rough times that there were times that we didn't have anything, any food in the house. See, when my wife makes concoction, oh my goodness! With,
Don't play.
without egg, without fish, without meat, see, it's always sweeter. I know some people say poverty. Uh, they play. They play. When you get there, you understand. So when she makes such, I would just be like, wow. Like, because sometimes I'm not the type that gets weighed down because of immediate circumstances, because I know that they are always temporary. Like,
That's one thing about my husband. I don't know how he does it. Like I just don't know how he does it,
because I
but he does
know,
it.
yeah, I know it's I mean, because I feel like, see, law of attraction. Let's not even talk about religious, being a Christian and all of that. Law of attractions. It is what you focus on and the vibes that you are giving that the universe will return to you. If you are down, you are feeling weighed down, you are feeling sad for yourself, the universe will package it and bring it in bulk, right? And so I understand that. So anytime things come to my mind or of needs that should have been met, I just try to channel it somewhere else. I mean, but my wife comes through. Like, I'm guilty, I borrow money.
Hmm. That's a different topic on like because men,
I know, I know.
women. If you want to borrow money to your husband, just know that that money, what's the law? It has
But
gone.
see, we are going to talk about that one in another video. right?
No,
Get
let's talk about it here
no
because
wait
we're talking about
now,
money.
wait.
So
No, so I'm
let's
saying that I'm even confessing right now that I borrow money, right? Sometimes I try.
if you ask me that how much is my bill?
Yes.
So like I'm supposed to be calculating.
No,
The funny thing is that I don't even keep records
I
of those
know.
money.
See, I know that you
So
don't keep record, yeah, but I just wanted you to help me. See, I know
mm,
that. So sometimes I
so I should
borrow.
be asking you for the money. I should say
No, not that you're
I should
asking.
remind you.
Not that you're asking. Like just keeping stock, like keeping
Okay, I
tab.
should be right. I
Like
should
30K for this. 15K for this. 7K for this.
okay.
Maybe in your notepad on your phone.
I'll go
I can
and
do that
I'll go
also.
and do Google Sheets now
Yeah,
so
please just
that
help me so that anytime because sometimes so many
you
things I'm thinking
forget.
about I can forget. So sometimes I even ask her,
Let me go
babe,
and let me go and
how
make
much my
let me this all the stock from let me say 2 years ago now. No, let's just do 1 year. Because we do 2 years ago, the money will be plenty. So let's do
car?
1 year ago.
Well, why don't we start from last
Which
week?
one is last week?
No, let's wait
So
now, my love.
one
Wait.
year ago.
Let's do 1 week and then 2 weeks and then 3 weeks and then we'll
No.
move on.
Yeah, I don't understand. I should take stock. I will take
Yes.
stock
So that at least I
from
know
one
and
year
then I
ago.
can plan to pay. So sometimes when I have 50K, I can just say, oh babe, part of what I'm paying, no, hey babe,
Mm.
100, so like that. So I feel it's very important to have a partner that understands and then I'm be
Yeah.
able to come through, right? Because there's that ups and down, right? Now another part of it is planning for basic needs,
Yeah.
right? Like I said in my when I was started talking that don't put your partner in the position. See, a family friend came around recently and she was talking about the fact that married men chases her after she's had like three
Yeah,
boys
married man. She has like 3 boys
three
already.
boys, right? See, I was not telling her that. See, I understand that I know some married men. I've heard about some married men that
Mm-hmm.
they don't chase around, they don't run after
Single
singles.
girls.
It is married, not married with. In fact, they even run after some grandparents
Mm-hmm.
whose grandparents are still very little. That's how bad
Yeah.
it is. So either you are married or not, people will chase after you. Now imagine people chasing after your. I mean, so now think about it. Your wife is beautiful, like my wife.
Mm.
Now, if you put them in the wrong position, if you see divorce rates skyrocketing and
Yeah.
all of that,
Everywhere.
it's not that it just happens overnight. I understand there are there are place of misunderstanding, lack of communication, commitment, cheating, and all of that. But then see, a, a lot of it, we couples will contribute to it
Yeah. Unknowingly.
unknowingly. Unknowingly.
Unknowingly. So it's like a pile up of a lot that
Yeah.
have been bought. Like people have been butting up a lot, and
Honestly,
it just you can't just wake up a day one day and just say, "I want to
I'm not doing.
divorce. I'm not doing again." But there's some people that are meant to do it. Too. Some people can just
I
are
just
not okay. They used to do it,
maybe
but
they have bipolar or something.
I think so. But on it, like to be realistic, you
Yeah.
can't just wake up and just say,
I'm done.
"I'm done." There will be like a pile up of things that have been
Series
happening.
of events.
So
So I mean, but our money have
yeah,
a
it's very
huge.
huge.
Take for instance, if your
Mm-hmm.
wife or your husband is the type that loves to live a
Lavish.
life is by 27 inches air, human air as they call it,
No,
Peruvian
Peruvian hair.
and all of that. Even if you thought at first that maybe she would change and then you're coping with it, you're coping at one point in time you will break
Yes, as the
as the
husband.
husband. Now same thing for the wife. See, for your wife is kind of very conservative, like my wife. See, my wife has been on dreads for since the time we met.
That's because that's my style.
No, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
My wife also doesn't necessarily always do makeups, right? Even though sometimes I want her to do, right? Sometimes I want her to be natural, right? But then there are some women that they are like they want to look a certain way. If they don't look that certain way,
That's fine.
which is not a problem,
That's
but
their
then
style
just
too.
being minimal, right?
And
If
just, I mean, you can actually do that on your own budget. But if your husband is not up to that level, you don't have to put pressure on the man because it's your husband. Like I
But then,
know men are supposed to be providers, right?
yeah.
And take care of their wives and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But you go gauge your husband and you go know the kind of level where if he
Do you
day. Do you
understand?
understand? So
And
you go
then
know the kind of things, not the one that your husband is earning, let's say half a million monthly, and he has other responsibilities to deal with.
responsibilities
But you now you want to buy bullshit of like 450K, like
almost every 3 months. What
sister.
about planning for house rent? You don't have a
I
house, or
mean,
if
there's always a
what if you don't
plan.
have a car, or even if
Mm,
you have a car? I mean, you should always
I've
have savings,
I've seen
investments.
I've seen I've seen people that, I mean, my mom is even a very good example. You can just teach your man how to see. Men are not, they don't have saving culture at all. So you teach
You
your
know,
husband how to save, how to invest, how to buy a property. So even if the money is earning is not a lot, you can help him, take out from the money and just be keeping, that part for a particular reason.
say that again, my
I
love. Say
mean,
that again. Say that again. Ah, oh my
so
goodness.
at the end of it all, it's both of you that are going to enjoy what will come out of
Exactly.
it. If
Honestly,
your husband buys the land and builds on it, it's both of you
both
that
of
will
you,
own it.
right?
So it's not like it's a one-sided relationship. You
See,
are like a couple. So
from
you
a
know.
from testimony, the house that I grew up in, my dad is the type that wanted to have money to buy a property, building a complete, already built house. That's what that was his goal. But then at some
Okay.
point in time, before I mean, so he had money, but then he was waiting for the big buck that he
To
would go and
drop.
use. My mom, from our own upbringing, like, okay, it's a small, small. You have to small, small, small.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, she kind of connived with my grandma to collect money from my dad, small, 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 small.
Mm-hmm.
Because my mom has been telling my dad,
And they
according to
won't
her,
listen,
he
and that's the
doesn't, as in,
truth. So,
she
so
was telling
sometimes
him,
it's not like you have to go behind your back to do certain things, and that's the truth too. Because you might be telling some men some things in that will benefit them, but because
they will not listen.
they're not seeing the benefits now, now,
By
now, now,
default,
now.
that we men see. I just pray that God will give
So
us the
they will not
listening
want to do
ear,
it, and
listening ears. I mean, because see, sometimes when a woman, when these women, when they talk, they are not talking based off of feelings alone.
no,
I mean,
there's
it might be
always,
spiritual sometimes,
yeah, true,
right?
true,
So, and we like, oh, it doesn't matter now. But
yeah, true,
then,
and
just second
that's why
thoughts,
God said Eve is going to be
sixth
your
sense.
helpmate. There's a reason
Hmm.
why she's your help, because
Hmm.
you as a man, you cannot do it alone
Alone.
by
See, that
yourself.
my house I was talking about,
So
my mom connected with my grandma to collect money from my dad, went to buy the land, started collecting money small, small to
to
build the
build
land.
on it.
Uh, Somehow, suddenly, my dad was laid off. Something happened in his place of work. Now, that he had to even go away for a while. Think about that. We have house rent. My mom was a teacher. He was the one making the bulk of the money. There was no investment anywhere, right? If not that, my mom had that house. My mom now started collecting cooperative money to build the
To
house,
put
and
on it.
then that was how we moved to move in there.
Hmm.
I mean, if that was not the case, only God knew how I would have
Yeah.
managed.
Yeah.
So it is very important that we listen to our wives, right? Don't put them in a position that will make them compromise. See,
Yeah.
I think that's the anchor of this conversation. Like, ensure. I mean, money being the focal point today. Ensure that you don't put your partner in
Hmm.
a position where they will have to think about it. Should I or should I not? Should I or should I not? Because
Hmm.
see, those times will come. But then also, how when those times come, how you handle it also goes a long way to make them give them confidence. Because I mean, like my wife says, she'll be like, "How does you do? How do you do it? How do you do it? How does it do it? How does it do it?" The truth is, when I'm down, I'm always like the one that would now come and meet my.
You,
See, sometimes when there's no
me, it
money,
does
my
not
wife can
even.
easily
It
cry.
does not even.
Oh
I
my
can't even hide it.
god!
Like it's not. It's not like It's coming from a place of, oh God, I don't dey pray about this thing. Tey. Why you not gonna answer my prayer? Like that's where, like, that's the point where it's coming from. Not like um I'm tired, or you
They
just like
just
God
Why
now,
is it taking
Ogini, why is it
long?
taking so long for you to answer this prayer? Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand? So
I
that's where it's coming
know.
from.
See, so for me, I mean, so I would not be the one to go and meet my wife. My wife, see, it will come to happen. Don't worry.
I mean,
Don't
and
worry.
he's always doing that.
I
And
mean, don't
the
worry.
truth is, I'm really thankful for my husband because he just has a way of taking me out of that situation. And then there's something that always
You're my
happens too.
project. You're my
You're
project.
still working on it.
You're my project.
It's not like a done project. Though. So
Guys,
like
go and
something,
watch how we met. We'll put
yeah.
the video. So I already said the day that she's my project. So
I'm a huge project. Though you go pour money for this project.
no worries.
So I was trying to say something like sometimes when I'm like in those moods, like I'm tired, I just burst out emotionally. Like he just comes out, like God just always just speaks to him, like speaks through him. He just knows exactly what to say. Funny thing is, it happens
Ah,
mostly weekends,
my head is swelling. Oh,
and then we now go to
Jesus.
church the next Sunday. Guess what? My pastor preaches exactly what my husband has told me the previous day.
My head is
Like
swelling.
he just knows exactly what to say. And then my pastors or my pastors actually, because not just one pastor have actually confirmed it. Because several times Pastor B does not really preach like in Bagada church.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's Pastor Dio that
It
preaches,
was talk
he
about.
also confirms what my husband has said the previous day. So, it's just I think this is
See,
like, yeah, this is actually a priest, my
see,
priest.
the Bible says, out of multiple mouths, truth
Yeah,
shall be
it's true shall be
established.
established.
I mean, God would not. God doesn't speak to. I mean, so I'm not a fan of go and meet one person that God will
Tell
speak to
you,
you through that person. No, I don't. I'm not a fan of that.
true.
Right?
God
I
can
mean,
speak to anybody.
anybody.
As long
And
as
when
you
God
are willing to
speaks,
listen.
He will not just speak once
Mm-hmm.
through one person. No, He will confirm.
Confirm his
Not that
word.
you will need to
Right.
ask
Mm-hmm.
any word from me, sir. No,
Yeah.
out of this person,
To just
God will let you say it, and then from another person, He will confirm it, and
confirm
even
it.
you. So sometimes, I mean, that's how it works for me, and I thank God that God has also been using me, my wife, right? So guys, make sure, try your best to always see that this. I mean, it doesn't just. It kills people. A lot of people have died. A lot of
Yeah.
husbands have committed suicide. A lot of wives have abandoned their family,
Mm-hmm.
run away of these things, right? I mean, putting because it tells so much
It's not something you can
on the
even hide,
receiving end,
of course.
because they said the person that poops may not remember, but the person that packs it will always remember.
Mm-hmm.
The person would always remember. See, even when money comes, I saw a movie, one Chinese movie, that the lady was like, when they didn't have money, the child was the man. Anytime he will rush out of the house in the morning to go to the farm to farm, and then he comes back in. Now, when he comes back in, now he's always angry, tired. He doesn't even touch the wife. Doesn't look at the wife. Then when the out produce of the this thing started coming, it was at that time that that son child also had more medical issues,
Mm-hmm.
so they had to take the child to the hospital. As they were taking the child to the hospital, he was carrying the farm produce. The wife was like, they wanted to go to the surgery. They wanted to carry the produce, the harvest to the. They was like, why will you carry it to the hospital? Drop it in the car. It was like, hey, because of the son. So eventually, after they left the hospital, they went to the supermarket when he wanted to put the fruit, gave them the fruit, and the man said, oh, good. It was when I was not happy. It was not like, oh, my wife. It was when he was happy. It was after then that he remembered
Now you have the wife.
that he was not hugging the wife. Somebody that you don't hug, you've not hugged since maybe the crop's duration is like 9 months. She
So they
doesn't.
are
You don't
busy
even.
trying to make it.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. The truth is, some challenges actually is not supposed to break you as a family.
Honestly,
Because when the breakthrough comes,
you won't
you
have
will
any
not even have the family to
family to
enjoy
enjoy
it.
it.
That's the truth. So it's just to,
They broke up. I
grow.
mean, that's the summary of the video. They actually broke up. At that moment in time, the wife said that, oh, so when we don't have money,
Mm,
then we're not
I'm
family.
not family.
When we have money, that's when we have family. That she doesn't want to build a family like that. And then he
Yeah.
left. She left.
And
So
that's why they say, for better for worse. It's not. I know some people will say for better for good. With faith, right? It's always going to be good, but let's have it at the back of our mind, somewhere in our subconsciousness, that it will not always be a bed of roses.
No, guys.
It's not
See,
always be a bed of roses. So it depends on how you measure, bad.
true,
Because some people's
true.
bad is having just 1 billion naira in the account. That is
Well,
worst for
true,
them.
true,
Some people's
true.
worst is having just 100K in the account. Some people don't have even 0 naira in the
Naira,
account. So it
yeah.
depends on
How
how
you
you
measure it,
measure
how
it.
you
So
see it.
in any any
Any,
any
any
situation, Sha,
understand where your
just
when you understand where your partner is at that level, and don't
exactly
put them in a
don't put them
compromising
in.
situation. See, the story of our wedding, yeah, our wedding.
Let's not even go into that detail. I don't think I
Hey,
want to go into that
no,
detail.
babe. So I just wanted to give them an insight. Like, see,
Okay.
I think maybe in another video we'll talk about how we our wedding, what we spent, and all of that, right? But our wedding, like, we were planning wedding like this, and we didn't even have the money. Right? We were planning like this, and we didn't have the money. But I just had faith. I mean, coupled with the fact that I've worked, right? I've done a lot of work. I was just like, okay, this God will touch their heart to make sure they pay me what I'm due, right? We planned. See, few days to our wedding, my wife was asking me when I was sending out money for the vendor. She was like, "How did it? How?" Because all through the period, she would ask me in the night,
What's up, man?
"What's up? What's up?" Like few
That's the
days,
thing
guys.
about that's
Few
not about
days.
running a business. Like,
Few. See, no jokes. Like literally 3 days to the wedding was when I sent money.
so
Right?
just subset
Yeah,
something.
because of course we've committed for some
Started
certain
doing
things.
a
We've
lot
started doing
before.
we started a lot of already before, but then we got stopped because there was no longer funds. Right. So 3 days to the wedding was when I sent the money for the balance of to do majority of the things that you see on physical place. Like she was like, how? But all through the period, she will ask me, like, I will see the worry design, have it with a tattoo. The worry has tattooed her face like this. I'll tell her, don't worry, God is in control. God is in control. And every day I just take it to God. Every day I just take it to, and then God to control. So knowing, having all of that in mind, I will now still go and put her in a compromising situation. No. I mean, think about the fact that she believed, she agreed to work with me. Even then, I shouldn't now say, should be our wedding. You knew that I didn't have money. Why should you now be? No, please. She's precious. They are precious. They are super precious, and they have to be treated that way in way we plan and think. So when any money comes in, make sure you put something aside. Try to give your wife allowance. I'm guilty. I used to give my wife allowances, no less. I used to give her. Yeah, confess. Do I
Let me open your hand share.
open?
It doesn't give me allowance again, no.
I
I think
know.
Steve Finish has begun to enter this thing.
No. So I know. So like I said, I used to give my wife allowance, but I stopped. One of the reasons why I stopped was because I was not trying to do more so that we can make more. But then I still want I want to make sure that even if I cannot give her up to that amount I was giving her back then, also then she wasn't working. Right, my wife was still looking for a job that time, so I made sure that at least if the fact that she doesn't have a job doesn't mean that she shouldn't have her own money, so I should give her allowance. But then now she's working, she's making. My wife is making money, oh. Guys.
Wow.
No, she's yeah. So, but then it's
Someone
not
that will hear
enough.
you now will now be taxing me that I have money. I don't
No,
have money,
she
oh.
doesn't have money. See, she doesn't have
I
money.
don't have money,
She does
oh.
not have money. See, forget it. She doesn't have
Okay.
money. So, like I said to you, we'll be hungry. It is from that chicken money that she has that she will bring out.
Say it, chicken
It's
money.
chicken money.
Yes.
So I want to go back to the default setting, which was giving her monthly allowances in
Because your
addition to
money is our money.
I like guys. So please, let's ensure that we don't put our partner in those
Yeah,
compromising
those
position.
positions.
Once you put them there, you can't take them away from it. Forget it. Forget it. Especially for women. they
Yeah.
are feeling beast. They are feeling beast, and the feeling builds up. It builds up. I mean, they are like a
Yeah.
tank. The more
So
water you put in, the more you can take
just
out.
just to like conclude, so
Yeah.
we're wrapping up right now. Um, just know that this is. I mean, I keep saying it even in our previous. This is a partnership, marriage, relationship, whatever it is a partnership.
On God,
So anything way you put inside, now it's go
that's what you take
come
out.
out from inside.
Honestly,
So your money is not just your money as a woman. Like it is
please note that
for the
for the
family as
family
well.
in
You
the
know.
time of
Hmm.
need
So just
that will not last
support,
forever.
learn to support your husband, learn to teach him how to save. If even if he
If he
does not
doesn't know
want
how to save,
to,
yeah,
even if he does not even want to learn, you do it yourself for him, and you would see the benefits
yeah,
in years to
yeah,
come.
yeah.
So basically, that's just it.
So, guys, thank you, thank you. Please
If you've
don't forget to
watched
watch
to
our previous
this,
videos.
yeah, if you've watched to
Um,
this part, type check to the OG in the comment
yes.
section.
See, I want you to guys to go and watch our video spousal check. You
Yeah,
know,
because
if
I'll
you
check.
to
I think
let's
we'll do something like that again.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do
and if
something
you
like
have
that
any
again.
question, anything at all you would
Yeah,
like us to talk about, even
yeah.
probably about ourselves
Mm-hmm.
or about any issue whatsoever, please don't hesitate
Just
to
leave them in the
drop the
comment
comment section. We'll love
section.
you. We'll be seeing your comment, guys.
Please don't forget to subscribe.
Guys,
It's not. Don't just watch the videos and skip and
our
just go.
our
Please
in-laws,
subscribe to this channel.
our online
Exactly. I'm
in-laws.
begging with the love of
See, my wife
God.
wants to cry.
Let me know. I will cry. Oh,
Don't cry,
me.
don't cry, don't cry, don't
Mhm.
cry. Please go and you go and
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Let's wait for 2 seconds. Let do
Oh yeah,
subscribe.
go and
Yeah.
subscribe.
No, 5 seconds. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
subscribe. Thank you so much. So
So share the videos,
yeah,
comment, and don't forget to subscribe.
we
We
love you
love you.
guys. Bye.